I'm Aaron Cambry, and this is a message for parents of high schoolers, especially parents of brand new ninth grade high schoolers. The transition to high school is an exciting time. Your kid graduates to a new school, meets new people, and has access to new age level opportunities. Importantly, your kid is in a new life stage and gets new opportunities to support personal growth. But what about scouting? When the rest of the world moves on to new age level opportunities, the story we're told is 4 more years of the troop program? Scouting has a door that you can open, venturing. That is the high school program. Venturing focuses on peer level experiences and leadership opportunities for high schoolers. Your kid has not outgrown scouting. Your kid needs the part designed for where they are now. That is venturing. Venturing crews are high school groups. Centered on peers, crew members choose the program, divide the work, and make the plans. Advisors coach and ensure safety. That structure delivers the traditional patrol method, the team experience at a high school level. Peers choosing together, depending on one another, and learning from the results. Venturing is approachable to high schoolers who have never been in scouting. No prior experience is required. Hurdles in other parts of scouting are not problems in venturing. For example, advancement and badges are a personal decision and optional. Uniforms, if any, are decided by the crew's youth. Any eligible high schooler joins peers immediately and helps shape what's next. Your kid can bring friends from scouting, school, band, church, work, a sports team, or from anywhere else. Venturing works for all high schoolers. It may feel surprising, but venturing is as traditional as all other scouting programs. It's part of a continuum of older youth programs dating to 1912. There is no single scouting program that can claim to be the traditional program. They are all equally traditional. Scouting's founder, Robert Baden-Powell, supported this. Observing how older youth are constitutionally different, he envisioned them being in their own program. All of our international scouting peer organizations fulfilled this vision decades ago. Canada, the UK, Australia, South Korea, Mexico, and all others. Their youth graduate to an older youth program once they become of age. It's also traditional in our own society. The American norm is when you graduate 8th grade, they go to a new school and get a host of new age-level experiences. Research on older adolescents emphasizes the importance of age-appropriate experiences, activities, challenges, agency, manners of adult support, relationships, and more. These need approaches tailored to the developmental stage of high schoolers. A high school program is the best way to assure this. As young people mature, their program must mature with them. Venturing provides that room for high schoolers. Although Scouts BSA enrolls youth through age 17, every newcomer enters the same foundational progression. A troop's upper age limit does not make its regular program high school centered. Older Scout activities remain exceptions within a mixed age structure. Venturing changes the program composition, not just the menu. In a venturing crew, the peer experience for high schoolers is the program, not the exception. That distinction matters a lot in leadership. Scouts BSA's normal structure channels older Scouts into organization charts, prescribed positions, and checklists of duties, administration, management, instruction, and supervision. While those duties can require real effort, and a teenager may perform them well, they crowd out the distinct challenge of earning voluntary commitment from high school peers. Leadership is a mutual influence process that occurs outside of chains of command, outside of formal authority, outside of titled roles. It's social interactions where a visionary motivates voluntary followers towards a shared goal. High school is the ideal place to train for this, and among venturing's advantages. One of venturing's core distinctions is leadership development. Supporting that is how venturing provides peer experiences, which are crucial for leadership development. Peers on the same wavelength can be skeptical, ask questions, push back, and walk away. Scouts BSA's wide age ranges and maturity gaps confer authority before a word is even spoken. That is obedience to instruction and deference to seniority, which is different than the mutual influence fundamental to leadership. When a high schooler's recurring assignment is supervising younger scouts, the program measures maturity against younger participants instead of testing it among high school peers. This has an infantilizing effect, even when this title sounds impressive. In 2024, the Order of the Arrow made a surprising but accurate admission. It revealed how high schoolers and troops are feeling unfulfilled, lacking sufficient peer interactions or genuine leadership experience. I need to be frank about a common misunderstanding that troops, middle schoolers, or scouting itself depends on high schoolers being present in the room with middle schoolers. While that's often said, it's not a real need. Middle schoolers are best served when they can rise up in their own patrols and own their own program, with accountable adults mentoring without taking ownership. Neither the patrol method nor adult mentorship requires high schoolers in the room. Peer mentoring still thrives within age-separated programs. 8th graders teach 6th graders. Juniors bring freshmen along. Mentoring is a great activity within one's own program, not a reason to keep high schoolers in a younger ages program. Finally, to reiterate an earlier point, almost nowhere else do you find a premise that middle schoolers depend on the presence of high schoolers. This was not the vision of founding Scouter. Our international scouting peer organizations long ago moved on from that idea, and it is not a norm in American society. Sometimes boredom turns into fading participation. A common pattern is a teenager quitting after completing Eagle. Another common pattern are teens who remain registered but attend less and less, resurfacing just in time to knock out Eagle before turning 18. Many others may still attend but seem increasingly withdrawn. These can signal that the troop no longer fits. Before concluding that a teenager has outgrown scouting, remember that venturing is scouting, and it offers a different path designed for high schoolers. Outdoor challenge, responsibility, and leadership with their own peers in a program that its members design. Venturing retains older youth because they are engaged, because they want to participate. And that's been my clear experience as a venturing advisor. My youth want to stay, not out of obligation, and not because it's perceived as necessary to get a badge. They stay because they genuinely enjoy peer-led adventures. Leaving a troop can feel personal. A scoutmaster may have shared years of campouts with your kid and helped them through difficult moments. Friendships, gratitude, and those memories are real. Gratitude does not require remaining in a younger program. Moving up changes the teenager's primary program. It does not rewrite their history. A high school in venturing may still choose service to younger scouts. That is a respectable option. But importantly, that is service freely chosen. It is not a duty. It is not the price of continuing in scouting. Joining the high school band is not disloyal to the middle school band. It is moving forward, and it is natural. Two formal concerns remain. First is Eagle Scout. Youth who wish to earn the Eagle rank can continue working on it as a venturer. As long as first class was earned in a troop, one may work remaining ranks in a venturing crew. There is no obligation to remain in a troop. And to be clear, advancement is optional in venturing. Few members of my crew do advancement, and that's fine. Youth have a home in venturing regardless of interest in advancement. The second is Order of the Arrow. OA's 2024 announcement, which I mentioned earlier, acknowledges the high school peer leadership gap. OA's vision is to be a relief valve to frustrated older youth. With venturing providing age-level experiences, high schoolers no longer need the OA relief valve. While your teen may choose to continue with OA, it's also fine if your teen wishes to move on. Here's what to do this week. 1. Use Be a Scout to identify crews in your area. Then verify that they are active. When was the last meeting? What is their most recent trip? What is the activity already on the calendar? 2. Visit a crew with your high schooler. Ask the youth officers, who proposed and planned the last trip? Who makes program decisions? How does the advisor handle coaching and safety? Look for a program that the high schoolers own. 3. Look for a crew with its own youth officers, calendar, and trips chosen by the crew. Sharing an occasional event with a troop is fine. However, some crews mainly follow or serve a troops program. If you find that, keep looking. If no suitable crew exists, be a founder. Work with your council to launch one. This is a great opportunity to create a program high schoolers can own. High schoolers are not too old for scouting. The Venturing program offers them the next level, a fun program centered on them and their peers, where youth make the program choices and adults are responsible for guidance and safety. Help them find or build a crew where the experience is for them.